Welcome back to my channel, everybody. I'm Reed Wilson, and it's officially almost halfway through the year, and I have been in kind of a mental funk for a little bit, and so I think that how I want to get out of that funk is I'm going to do a brain dump, and I thought I would bring you guys along. So because I have so many things going on in my life, and I also have a lot of mental issues, as we know, one of the things that I try to do is come up with tools that I can use so that I can get out of those funks, or that I can be a functioning human being. So for today's video, you're gonna come along with me while I do this, and maybe you can do it with me, because why not? How fun would that be? So one of the, I mean, I've talked about this before, I have AuDHD, and so when I have too many things going on in my life, I go into hermit mode where like I just don't, it's all too overwhelming, so I just don't do anything. You guys have noticed that with the 100 removal challenge for spring, that's been helping. You guys have noticed that with my pantry purge. Those are some things, it's like one step at a time. But now I think I need to do it with the rest of my life, and I am going to start by just literally brain dumping anything, everything. There is no strategic pattern, plan, or anything. I'm literally just going to write everything down. Now you can do it on a computer, you can do it on a pad. I have one of these really cool Rocket books. So it has a QR code, and I also have an app where as soon as I write it down, I can take it and sends it right to my Google Drive. And so that's what I'm gonna use, because then I get both. My cat just slammed my bedroom door. He must be mad at somebody. What a turkey. Anyways, now we're gonna call this step the spill. The spill. Maybe I'll put it up on the screen. Who knows? We'll see if I feel ambitious during editing or not. So the spill is literally everything. Business tasks, personal errands, health goals, whatever is going on in your life that you would like to do. And you don't have to sort them. Just if you think of one, like it doesn't have to be, okay, all my business goals, all my life goals, all my health goals. Just write it all down. Everything. So that's what we're gonna start with. So let's go do that. Can also be income goals, finance goals, vacation goals, like places you wanna be. I don't know if I've ever said this on the internet, but I have a world map, partially a world map on my rib cage here in a tattoo form, that I get the tattoo of the country every time I go to a different country. My wish would be to fill it, even though because of my gender I can't, but that's a life goal of mine for travel. I want to fill that map in as much as physically possible for me before I am no longer here. So even that, like I haven't been able to go to another country in a really long time. I do, however, get to go to vacation soon, but it's just down to the United States, and I've pretty much been everywhere in the United States. So I don't get to add to the tattoo, but I do get to go away to a very, very hot place, which is very nice. But those are other things, like write down vacation goals. Like I have other goals in my life that I would like to accomplish. Maybe not this year, but like I'm just gonna write it down, because maybe I can make a budget plan around it. Like eventually I'd like to have vacation houses or livable houses where I can live in different places around North America throughout the year, and I don't have to be stationary. I want a place where it's warm, probably like in California somewhere. I want to be, in my closet purge one, you guys know I really love Boston, so I probably would get a place in Massachusetts somewhere around Boston, but I want something on the east coast of Canada as well. I also would mind a little cabin area in the place that I actually live, so that like if I can't go somewhere else, that would be a great thing. And I will at some point in my life have a home in Australia, because it is my second home in my opinion, and I would like to be able to have something there that I can go to whenever I want, in a 24-hour travel period, but like still something like that. But those are the type of things, like I'm just gonna write everything down. I think I need this because it can be like 20 years goals, it can be anything, it can just be, I just need to get everything out of my head. Well, I have a whole page full. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the next page. I'm going to bring this up on my computer screen. And the next thing we are going to do, I think right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to categorize it into like goals, financials, that kind of thing, mental health, physical health. And then from there, each one of these things I'm going to have to break down after to come up with like a plan. Like for example, I have some things that I can write down that can be done like for my business. I need to get all my books updated. So that's a goal of mine. And I can put like an end date, that kind of thing. But when it's something like I have a goal to be able to buy a like camping trailer, that's a financial goal. And so I'm going to need to know a dollar amount so that I can actually reach that as a goal. So I think what I'm going to do is that's how I'm going to break it down. I'm just going to subcategorize each one of these, and you subcategorize them into whatever you want, but that's kind of what I'm going to do. I'm going to do like financial, I'm going to do like business, I'm going to do like personal, mental, physical, that kind of thing. Okay, now that that is all written out, I am also going to send this to myself. Okay, and then from here, I'm just going to start putting these kind of things into play. So like, for example, let's do, I have a financial monthly budget that I would like to do. And so one of the things that I'm going to have to do to actually hit that monthly budget is to create an actual budget and see where I am shorted and figure out how I can bring in more income. So that's kind of what I'm going to do next, but it's going to be baby steps. So I'll put like once a month, I'm going to put into my calendar to make sure I budget before I get paid after my paycheck. And then I can, you know, go from there on those kind of things. There's a couple of, you know, health goals that I want to do. So I'm going to put reminders into my phone and set it up that way. But that's what I'm going to do with this next step. All right, and now that that is done, the next thing that I am going to do is kind of implement it. Now, I won't be able to video that because it's going to be a monthly thing and you won't be able to notice it. But for an unfiltered video, this is what it is. It's raw, it's real. I was literally having a crappy couple of weeks and I just needed to get into a different mindset, and this is going to hopefully do that. And over the next couple of weeks, we'll see if that happens before I go on vacation. If I can at least do some of these things to make me feel better, especially in my mental health section, we'll see if this works. And if it does, I might actually 6 months from now, like December-ish, do another one of these so we can see how I did and what I might do again and see if it actually works. But that's gonna be it for me this week, you guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button, as I always post on Saturdays. That's when I do my main challenge videos. These unfiltered videos are very random, so make sure you turn on that notification bell as well. And when life feels gray, let's find the black and white balance. Have a great week, you guys.